is Evan Sunokoge, and you're welcome to our segment Viewpoints on ITV. Few days ago, we saw a hearing of the Edo State Election Petition Tribunal at this very location, the Edo State Petition Tribunal, the premises here in Benin City. But due to mounting pressure and, of course, security concerns, the Secretary of the Tribunal had to notify the political parties that the tribunal has been relocated to Abuja. On Viewpoint, ITV camera went to town to solicit for the reactions of respondents and people. Please come along.
On the issue of the relocation of the tribunal to Abuja, it was what some of us saw before now. For the security of the judges and for the peace and sanity in Edo State, I think it's a welcome development. Reasons being because our youth took advantages to start shooting gun and causing unrest in that terrain. So some of us who want a decent society, some of us who also are members of the civil society platform also decided to say things like this, if it continues, it's going to snowball into other issue. But to God be the glory that with the wisdom of those involved in the case, decided to shift it to Abuja, so that at least there will be peace and sanity. The time, I'm not sure what happened a few weeks ago in Benin, where a guy wore a t-shirt of a party and started shooting around the premises of a tribunal will occur in somewhere like Abuja. That's impossible. So, monkey smart, na tree near tree. If there's a tree here and there's another one to Selu, the monkey has also now to start trekking down to Selu. So, whatever you know the power you have, go to Abuja and possess that type of power. So, the tribunal presently sitting in Abuja, for me, it's a welcome development. We're happy about it. The judges should sit down this time in a peaceful environment and atmosphere to give out the best and judgment, so that whosoever will win and continue. Because to some of us, I will know that the tribunals will speak for the very just now. It's already ongoing where it was our youth that was trying to cause mayhem, cause unrest in that terrain. But for now, to God be the glory. Since that it has changed, we know there will be peace and fair judgment for the benefit of we politicians, for the benefit of Edo State and Nigeria at large.
It came as a shock to us, but and also I also see it as some certain intervention. Whether it's necessary, I wouldn't want to say it is, but considering the security, for security reasons, I think that maybe is supposed to be of an advantage to the both parties to find this, to play a very neutral, proceed in a neutral ground. But again, the big question here is, how did we get here in the first place? Like, how do we really get here? Edo is supposed to be one of the most intellectual, state in Nigeria, where if animal kingdoms states are being vetted, Edo is not supposed to be a part of it. But unfortunately, this is now where we find ourselves. We know that the political party structure in Nigeria has always been doctored to rig in the both parties. So there is no party that is exempted in terms of foul play when it comes to rigging. So let's not deceive ourselves. So the Nigerian system has been designed in a way and manner that the best or the most professional rigger wins the case, or takes the leadership. So this is what it is. So I mean, we have seen it happen in PDP. We have seen it happen in APC. So there is no saint in the playground. But however, we want to correct all these abnormalities. That is where the direction we should be going, to correct these abnormalities. Now, the witnesses that are coming forth, the judiciary themselves should also set up a structural template to harness or sort out the criteria to accept a witness standard, because they themselves, they have their own loopholes. You know, if they have a structure, like in the Western world, there's a structure. You can't just come as a witness and say whatever. You have to have evidence. Investigations has to be carried out. The jury has to look into this to determine whether or not this witness disclosure is fit to be part of this, proceedings. But unfortunately, that is not in most cases what we experience here. Now, the APC has its witness. The PDP has its witness. Whatsoever, one thing I know for sure is that no one goes to court to tell court that they are guilty. That is the law of reality, the court reality. So both parties, it is their responsibility to back up themselves with their evidence when they are coming. So I don't personally have a problem with the witnesses. What I have a problem with is the judgment. That is where the concerns are. That is why the judges are being trained to understand false from facts. Now, if there is facts irrespective of the disclosure a witness is giving, it will be there. I'm a psychologist. I did psychology. I could understand when you open your mouth to speak, I could travel from your voice to your mind and actually understand whether or not whatever it is that you're disclosing adds up. If it doesn't add, and I believe that this is the school that these judges were schooled to be able to determine the facts from the wrongs. So, but unfortunately, because of the deliberate, and sentimental approach that our leadership adds to, matters arising, that is where we're going to find some difficulties in the judgment.
For me, it's a very good one, looking at what has been happening, and you can also attest to the things that were happening over time, how they brought in talks over time. And these justices, they are humans. They have children, they have relatives, and you can see what has been happening on the social media, because people do a lot of recordings of these events that took place that were not really safe for us. And it beats my imagination for things like that to be happening in the 21st century. They keep telling us, go to court. We are already in court. We've already gotten our evidences that we are presenting. If you know you really won the election, why coming out with those guys, bringing talks, trying to harass witnesses, harass the members of the PDP? Now the case has been taken to Abuja, which I feel is a serene environment. And in law, it's your evidence and your facts that matters, not necessarily where it is being held. We live in the 21st century, and we are civil people. And if you look at how the PDP has been handling itself, we don't go around with talks. We are serene. We are properly bred human beings. We speak to issues. We are law-abiding citizens. We are a law-abiding party. We don't go about carrying talks. If you look at, have you seen anybody as a thug? I have been a professional. I worked in the banking industry for 18 years, later as manager at a bank. So there are values and there are ethics that we follow. Of course, chances are very high. That's why you see most of the things that they do. Because if it's only when you are not winning, that's when you bring in talks, try to disrupt the process. We are very calm because we have all the evidences that we feel we can use to execute our case. That is why they are always apprehensive. They come up with different guises, trying to bring people to wear PDP attire and say it is PDP. Let me tell you, for example, if you remember, before the tribunal proceedings started in Benin, there was a statement issued by the party that no member of the PDP should come to the court. That it was basically for the lawyers and the team of experts that had it was a purview to analyze and educate that particular case in the tribunal. So most of us, I should have been there, but we were advised not to come because it was purely a legal issue. Subsequently, some of us make appearances in court in Abuja to also support our candidate. As a Nigerian citizen, I could walk into any law court and sit down and listen to what the case is. I believe what was done by moving the case to Abuja, you can see the air that we have in Benin today, in a situation whereby you see people desecrating the court, does it speak well of us as a state? It has far-reaching implication. You know, I'm looking at it from an economic standpoint, not just from the legal point or the political point. If you look at Edo State as at today, if you look at where Governor Baseki took our GDP from to where it is today, Edo State has a GDP of about going to about close to 6-7%. And if you look at internal generated revenue, all these things are a result of the foreign investments that he has brought in. If you notice today in Edo, there is rural-urban migration, and people are migrating from other states to Edo State because one, Edo, as at then, tends to be safe.
The movement from moving the tribunal from Edo State to Abuja is a welcome address by me, because the way he is supposed to might have caused crisis in Edo State that people will continue killing themselves, political supporters, for them to move it to Abuja is a welcome address, because Abuja is one part of this country. They did not move it to United States of America, they did not move it to London, they still move it to Abuja. So Abuja is one of the part of Nigeria that form Nigeria and is headquartered in Nigeria. So it's a welcome address. Whoever that is ready to fight, whoever is ready from the both party, let them buy fuel for their car or take a transport to go to that area. Number one, what you can do in your state with your authority, because you are well known here, you can't try it in another state. So as far as Abuja is concerned, who goes there now with the security intact, and I believe it's a welcome address, and the judiciary must surely find whoever that win, and it must be given to the person. About the weaknesses, you can see judiciary of this tribunal is not compromised with one person. I believe with every other judiciary members who are sitting there as a judge to pass judgment over this case, all of them came from a different tribe. So they cannot be compromised. They cannot be bought. If you bought one, you can't bought all. So they themselves, they know what to say, and whoever that comes as a weakness, they can reason them very well. So judiciary, I believe, whatever they say is going to be the final over this matter. Really, it did not bother me, because I believe why they shipped it to Abuja is because of insecurity that is coming up in the matter. So it's a welcome address. It did not bother me because we are developing. So it is because of the insecurity in this state, that's why they shipped it to Abuja, and that's just all. And it's a welcome address by me.
For me, I prefer the case to be in Abuja. Meanwhile, you know that this state is a APC state for now. So they should allow peace to reign. You know, all of us see what happened in election day, and it's a peaceful election. So I don't know why they are trying to bring problem to the state. You can see the governor of Edo State now, make the state peaceful, that everywhere is peaceful for now. So I think they should allow the young man to work, because I believe the governor is doing the right thing for now. And the governor will know that he will carry everybody along, all the non-indigenous. You can see the work is going on in Edo State now. Everybody is moving freely, unlike September, October time, with what is happening in Edo State here now. So we are happy with the governor. That's just the basic. We are very, very happy with the governor of Edo State, Monday. The witnesses are coming up. I believe that the APC, their hand is clean for this matter. What's going on now? PDP are the one causing all this problem, because I know that they are drive down to Sapre Road. I see a lot of them standing there before this issue of gun and the rest. I see where they gathered there. So I think the issue, the PDP should stay away, and they should be very careful whatever they are doing in Edo State now, because we have a peaceful place now in Edo State. We're not indigenous, and all the people that stay in Edo State. So
I want to say that the relocation, the idea to relocate the Edo Governorship Tribunal is a right step in the right direction. In this, especially against the backdrop when the security situation around the environment was no longer guaranteed. Not you or me can vouch openly to say that whether the witnesses or the lawyers or the judge or the judges are safe. Because in January 12th, we saw an embarrassing episode where somebody wore a cap and a gun and say, you must give us our mandate. You see, and there were a lot of, schemisms and a lot of things happening at the background. And you know that, one, whether you are talking of governorship or this is safety is a watchword. Even the judges, they are conscious of their safety. The lawyers are conscious of their safety, and the witnesses. So nobody could guarantee what could happen the next day. So the idea to relocate to Abuja, where the PDP or APC will not have a totally advantage, and where securities are maximally maximized and guaranteed, then it's a welcome development. I am of the view that if this is happening in any state, that there should be a trial centers devoid of, where PDP or APC or any political party claim to have a situational advantage, either in state or any level. I am very convinced that the play that are provided for them in Abuja just now will get the best of it. The lawyers are at peace, the witnesses are at peace, and even the judges, whether doctor or not doctor, that is witnesses are doctor. I need you to understand that before any witness goes to court, either tribunal or court, they must be seriously, guided by their lawyers. They must, they must doctor them and teach them and educate them of probable questions that will come up and a way to respond. So that is not an issue. Whether PDP doctor their lawyer or APC doctor their lawyer, it cannot come in because the doctoring is just, they are trying to have a foreboding of the possible or probable question that will come up from the lawyer during cross-examination. And I am convinced that when they come, the questions can either throw you balance or make you to speak the real truth. So I am convinced that the best will come out of this new center. Well, I feel that I'm in perfect simulacrum. I'm very happy that it's happening against the backdrop because of the tension that is on the ground. You agree with me that we have never had a situation where there have been a scenario where a governor was tried, the tribunal sat, and at the end of the day, the tribunal delivered judgment to the opposition. The situation was not as tense as it is, and the level of desperation and the quest to take it even before trial has never been like this. You can see it. You are seeing they are reporting something contrary in social media that I have been personally privileged to be in a tribunal. What they report in social media is not what happens in tribunal. And the quest to get it, by coming out, we must reclaim our mandate. Why don't you wait and allow the tribunal to do their work? And at the end of the day, if they come out to say it's you, then it's you. Why again are you trying to preempt people or prompt people to say that, yes, they are taking it away from Benin so that they can, manipulate the process? All those are uncalled for. They are unwelcome. It was not like that in when Osupo and Oshomole had their trial. Yes, the process was, judiciously followed, and at the end, the best came out. So, is it that you don't have interest or you don't have a hope in the judiciary? Why you want to harvest the crop before it is ripe? So, on my own, I feel that they should, especially the PDP family, should allow the judiciary to come out with the judgment, and they should be ready to have, to accept whatever comes out of it. Even the APC family too should be ready to accept whatever comes out from the tribunal. Because especially that when there is an opportunity for you, if you are not satisfied, there is an appeal. You have a room for appeal. If you are not even satisfied at the appeal, you still have the room to go to Supreme Court. Why do you now begin to prod people, to get people? If you are not careful, there will be, a lot of crisis, a lot of big inquiry, a lot of fighting as a result of, what you are saying and what you are writing. So on this note, I want to caution both political parties to allow the tribunal to do their work. And I want to also salute the agency or the body that initiated the relocation.
With various reactions still trailing the relocation of the Edo State Election Petition Tribunal, the issues will continue in the lips of respondents. Evans Unuku gave viewpoints on ITV.